Across the sun-drenched hills of Judea, a young man walked. His name was Jesus, and he was a carpenter's son. But he was no ordinary man. People whispered of miracles. The blind saw, the lame walked, even the dead were brought back to life. Jesus spoke with authority. His words like cool water on parched earth. He spoke of love and forgiveness, of hope in a kingdom beyond this world. He spoke of God's love for all people. His teachings spread like wildfire, drawing crowds eager to hear his message. His disciples, simple fishermen and tax collectors, followed him faithfully. They were drawn to his warmth, his compassion, his unwavering faith. Together they traveled the dusty roads, sharing meals, sharing stories, sharing a message of hope that resonated in the hearts of the people. But not everyone welcomed Jesus' message. Some, threatened by his growing popularity, plotted against him. They saw him as a threat to their power, their authority, and in their fear they began to whisper of betrayal. The air was thick with the scent of olive trees as Jesus gathered with his disciples for the Passover meal. A somber mood had settled upon them, a premonition of the darkness to come. As they shared the bread and wine, Jesus spoke of sacrifice, of love that knows no bounds. And then it happened, a betrayal that echoed through the ages. Judas, one of Jesus' own disciples, driven by greed and deceit, led a band of soldiers to the Garden of Gethsemane. There, under the pale moonlight, he betrayed Jesus with a kiss. Jesus, betrayed by one of his own, was arrested and dragged away. He was brought before the high priests, accused of blasphemy and sedition. False witnesses were brought forward, their lies echoing in the cold night air. Yet through it all, Jesus remained silent, his gaze steady, his peace unbroken. The Roman governor, Pontius Pilate, found no fault in him. Yet, swayed by the cries of the mob, he washed his hands of the matter and condemned Jesus to death. A crown of thorns was pressed upon his brow, a mockery of his kingship. He was forced to carry his own cross, the weight of the world heavy upon his shoulders. Along the dusty road to Golgotha, the crowds jeered and mocked, their hatred a tangible thing. Upon the hill of Golgotha they nailed him to the cross. The sun beat down mercilessly as he hung there, his body racked with pain. Yet even in his agony he spoke words of forgiveness, praying for those who had wronged him. Darkness fell upon the land as Jesus breathed his last. The earth trembled, the veil of the temple was torn in two. His followers, their hearts shattered, lowered his body from the cross and laid him in a borrowed tomb. A heavy stone sealed the entrance and all hope seemed lost. For 3 long days silence reigned. The disciples mourned, their dreams shattered, their hope buried in that cold, dark tomb. But on the 3rd day, something miraculous happened. The stone was rolled away, the tomb was empty. Mary Magdalene, arriving at the tomb with spices to anoint his body, was met by an angel who proclaimed, "He is not here, he has risen." And in that moment, everything changed. Jesus appeared to his disciples, his body glorified, his wounds healed. He ate with them, talked with them, reassured them that death had been defeated. He gave them a mission to go into all the world, sharing the good news of his resurrection, baptizing in his name. And then, before their very eyes, he ascended into heaven, leaving behind a promise that he would one day return. The disciples, filled with a newfound joy, went forth to share the message of hope and salvation with a world in desperate need of good news.